You can hit the dough. Alright. What's up, YouTube? Everything Vintage coming at you with my second YouTube video. I'm just basically going to be going over my finds from the past week and a half, 2 weeks. So let's get right into it. Start off getting to this Looney Tunes vintage t-shirt. Got all the Looney Tunes on that. No cracking on this whatsoever. Perfect condition. It's from 93, I believe. Yes, 1993. It's an XL. Got a Champion reverse sweep sweater. It's Air Force. That's an XL. Reverse weave, you know, that's worth something. Nautica Polo. Basic clean Nautica Polo. Normally I don't pick up Nautica Polos because, I mean, there's just not much profit in them. But this one had the vintage Nautica logo on it, so that'll definitely fetch some money. Got the vintage Nautica tag. That's a large. Vintage CU starters crew neck. It's that starter script font. Can't go wrong with that. Got the starter on the sleeve. This is an XL. Vintage Denver Nuggets hoodie. Pretty clean. It's got the gold stitching from the vintage logo they used to have. This is by Lee Sport in a, it says XL. I want to say it fits more of a large though. Got another vintage Denver Nuggets piece. It's a Denver Nuggets crew neck. I've never really seen this font anywhere, but it's very cool and vintage logo. Got the old Nuggets right there. The tag's cut out, fits like a medium, but yeah. Vintage CU jersey. Now you always see the black ones and the white ones and shit like that, but you never see the gold ones. You got the vintage Nike in a men's large. Very nice, very nice. Great condition. Got an Avalanche jersey stitched. I've never heard of this player. Buddha. It's an XL by Reebok. Very nice, great condition. Got a Popeyes vintage t-shirt. It's crazy. I don't even know. It's like basketball player. I couldn't find any information on this shirt at all, but it's a great shirt. Like any of these vintage all over print shirts, I feel like they have to sell. I mean, who's ever seen that? I mean, that's just crazy. It's by Justice in a XL. We got a Tommy shirt, basic essential, large. Vintage Nike windbreaker. Got the check on the back. I also got the sweats to match with this. This is a large. Vintage Adidas. Very nice. Got the vintage tag right there. I believe this is a medium or a large. Yeah, it's a medium. Got the 3 stripes on the back, and he's got this like cool little hole in there. I don't know, very cool piece. Chicago Bulls vintage t-shirt, 6S. No cracking on this baby whatsoever. From the early 90s. Actually late 90s. But there's no tag on this as well, but I'd say it fits like an XL. Vintage Harley Davidson t-shirt. I'm not really huge on Harley Davidson, but when it's vintage, this one's from the 80s. Got the year right there, 1984. So I mean, it works really well. That's got to go for some money. Found this vintage CSU Cliff Angle sweater from 1984. Definitely going to the personal collection. Got this vintage Polo jeans sweatshirt. So I was thinking of cutting it into like a short sleeve sweater. I think that'd be really sick. You guys tell me what you think. I believe it's a medium. XL. I mean, it fits more of a large, but it's really clean, classic Polo jeans sweater. Got a couple more jerseys. Another Avalanche jersey. This one is also stitched, but there's no player on the back. This one is a medium. Could fit a large. Great condition. Got a vintage, actually it's not vintage, Stitch Denver Nuggets Ty Lawson jersey. I've never seen a Nuggets jersey in this font, so I thought it was a cool pickup. By Adidas, men's large. Got another Nuggets jersey, this time it's mellow. Reebok in a medium, this one is also stitched. Yeah, men's medium. Got a vintage Denver Nuggets t-shirt. This one is embroidered. It's the newer logo, like newer colors, but it definitely has a vintage feel to it. You can tell it's from the early 2000s when they first like came out with this colorway. This one's also a medium. Got a vintage Denver Nuggets stitch t-shirt, or Denver Broncos stitch t-shirt, very clean and stitched. Basic Nautica t-shirt, men's medium. And last find was this Colorado Avalanche starter jacket. Crazy. I'm in love with this find. And then a couple hats. Got this vintage Tommy Hilfiger Athletics bucket, or like not bucket, buckle strap. Very sick and vintage. Oh my gosh, I love this hat. Vintage Adidas beanie. And then a vintage Nike little like dad hat snapback. Very casual. Eddie Bauer strapback. Also found this vintage Denver Nuggets cup. But yeah, that's the end of my pickups for this episode. I want you guys to go check out two local Denver artists, Ransteez and Yxng Phiji. Both have been featured in the background of this video. I'll put both of their SoundCloud links in the description of this video. They go really fucking hard. They're both definitely on the come up, so go check them out. I also want you guys to go check out Omnis Vintage on Instagram. OMNES Vintage on Instagram. And he also has a YouTube channel, so yeah, let's get it poppin'.